Then it goes on to say, we find it ironic that an organization that preaches the honor and respect of Canadian values and the sacrifice of their veterans would support actions that contradict the values of our veterans fought to uphold. Enforcement of identification and checkpoints was an early step in what would become the Holocaust. Canada citizens of various backgrounds are being segregated and punished for choosing not to disclose a personal medical decision. We cannot think of more ironic and cruel way for our governments to pay homage to the sacrifices Canadians have made worldwide to protect individuals' freedoms than by participating in a process that takes those freedoms away. Today, instead of having one version of scientific truth during the pandemic, we have versions that contradict one another. How can some professionals be so certain their interpretation of science is correct when others give evidence to the contrary? History has already demonstrated we get things wrong, even when our scientists agree. We acknowledge that there is a spectrum filled with beliefs relating to this pandemic. For the sake of simplicity, we will refer to two main schools of thought. The common narrative: those who believe the current COVID-19 treatment injections are the way through the pandemic, and those who have concerns with the COVID-19 treatment injections. It's important to note we are not discussing anti-vaxxers in this letter. We are discussing people with various vaccination statuses who pose questions about the current COVID-19 treatment options being forced upon them. RCMP members are not scientists nor healthcare professionals. Our profession is law enforcement. We do not pretend to be experts in medical or scientific fields, but we are experienced in professional investigators. We look for the facts. Proper investigation follows simply practices that remain consistent across most fields. These practices include, but are not limited to, asking the right questions.